management for its proper functioning. All organizations, whether profit-making, non-profit-making, churches, hospitals, all require good management to function effectively. Whenever people work together, there is a need for coordination of efforts to help them achieve or attain their set goals. We're going to be talking about organizational management, and for the sake of this video, I'm going to be teaching you the basics of organizational management. What is organizational management? Organizational management involves creating a plan, monitoring its progress, and making changes according to results and feedbacks, so it helps the company or the organization to improve. Now, talking about the basics of managing an organization, we're going to be talking about the 4 basic requirements for managing an organization. We have planning, designing and organizing, delegation and decentralization of authority, and we have communication. Talking about planning. Planning is the first and most important function in managing an organization. Planning helps you to predict and to prepare for the future. Failure to plan gives rise to inefficiency and lack of direction in an organization. Planning is classified into 2. We have the short range and the long range. When we talk about the short range plan, we are talking about plans that are to be executed within a short period of time. And when we talk about the long range plan, we are talking about plans that are to be executed within a long period of time. For example, a plywood company that is planting trees is planning for the long term. So planning is important, and is important, cannot be overemphasized. The next thing we're going to be talking about is designing and organizing. The first 2 things that should come to mind when we talk about designing and organizing an organization is organizational chart and organizational structure. When we talk about organizational chart, it is the structure, that the skeleton that shows various departments in an organization and how they relate to each other. It also helps the company staff to see clearly or practically how responsibilities are being shared and lines of authorities are being drawn. When we talk about organizational structure, we are talking about definition of roles and duties of staffs in an organization. Now we're going to be talking about delegation and decentralization of authority. When we talk about delegation originated from the fact that one person alone cannot discharge all the duties and responsibilities in an organization. Hence, he needs help. Decentralization of authority is a system of managing an organization whereby authority, power is being delegated to subordinates in an organization in order to discharge certain duties without checking up on their superior. Now, the last thing I would like to briefly talk about is communication. The implementation of all the things I've listed at first depends on the communication, because communication is a very powerful tool. Without it, none of these things we've listed are going to be implemented. Its importance cannot be overemphasized, because it is through communication that an organization grows and works. And managers must learn or master the art of effective communication. When communicating with your subordinates, you must use simple language for fast and better understanding. When communicating with your subordinates, you must ask feedback questions to make sure that the person you are communicating with truly understands what you are trying to tell him. Now, a lot of people make mistake in using channels of communication. As such, they get the wrong result. If you want to communicate an information to your employee that requires immediate action, it is better when you use her. It's either you call the person or you summon the person and talk to him directly. if you want to communicate information to your employee that requires future action, it is better when it is written. And if you want to communicate ideologies, principles, laws that guides your organization, it is better when it is written and it is oral. That way, it will help them pick up fast, do really what you want. Now, if you don't remember anything out of all that I said, you should remember that in managing an organization, you need to plan so well, you need to organize, you need to delegate and decentralize authority, and you need to communicate effectively. Thank you very much. If you like this video, I would like to see your comment in the comment section.
Welcome to Well of Excellence Global. If you liked the previous video, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and follow us on our social media handles as displayed on the screen. Thank you and see you soon.